no safe talks, no pretending everything is fine when clearly it's not.
And what do you really mean by that, Terrence? Because you seem a little touchy about what happened on this last weekend.
Yeah, we seem to had a collapse.
Collapse.
It's a collapse
Collapse.
in our season. So I mean, not only did our players collapse, ACL collapse, Achilles collapse.
Well, you know what? You keep telling yourself that to keep going to sleep. And hey, whatever you need to, it's all good, man.
Folks, let me remind you, if you rock with real opinions, hit that follow, hit that like, and jump into the comments because this show is built for you, the fans.
Now look, a lot happened in the sports world this week. Bo Nix goes down, Matt LaFleur gets an extension, and CJ Stroud, well, he forgot what colors his team wears. Mike Tomlin even walks away. And an emotional Josh Allen is left once again answering questions that shouldn't be his alone. And with that being said, this week, Sean McDermott, well, he didn't get it done, so he was fired. Some of that, well, we'll circle back to. But first, there's one story that defines everything we just watched. Let's get into the main event. The playoffs don't just eliminate teams, they expose organizations. This weekend wasn't about who lost games, it was about who was never built to survive them. Let's start with your game, Terrence. They collapsed from the kickoff. Was this about Purdy or everything around him falling apart? Which side would you take, bro?
Ouch. Let me take the hero side.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the hero side here, man, because I tell you what, man, they talk bad about my quarterback. That's my quarterback, man. This dude put the team on his shoulder. Nothing was gelling. We got our asses handed to us. But as a quarterback, he didn't fold. He scrambled. He extended plays.
I'm sorry, man, but did we see the same game?
I'm sorry.
Because when I saw the game, I didn't even finish making my sandwich. And all of a sudden they were scoring 7 points.
Bro,
So, and then on top of that, I don't know if you noticed, but your kicker, he was trying to do a trip in which he didn't even do that successfully.
well,
So it seemed like y'all was going into the game where you was just a little bit outmatched.
we were outmatched. We were outmatched from the jump, And so after that first kickoff,
I'm sorry, I put it to you nicely. It just seemed like y'all didn't know what the hell y'all was doing.
listen, man, I'm just gonna tell you like this. I'm playing the hero here.
Okay.
We got out there and we gave it our best shot.
I know you tried. How to give it that best a hero shot because if that's your best shot, man, like 41-6,
Hey, listen, man.
40, dude,
Listen,
the game was over during, I guess, the first part of the third quarter. I was thinking to myself, like, when you
maybe we wasn't watching the same
I'm
game
just saying,
because
do you ever think to yourself like, man,
if
what
you
am I
tell-
going to do next year?
if you're telling me the game was over around the third quarter, we wasn't watching the same game.
Because it was over.
I would say around about the 3-minute mark left in the second quarter.
I was trying to give you benefit of the doubt.
Seattle came out and it just was no competition at all, man. And Mike Tyson said it best. Everyone's tough until they get smacked in the mouth.
Well, y'all just didn't get smacked in the mouth.
Bro, we got old 12 a side
smacked.
12.
I got sliced up, thrown down. Oh no.
Listen.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you about this then. What do you think about the Rams in Chicago?
Hey man, I was really rooting for Caleb Williams. We rode pretty high on Caleb Williams last week.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is going to be around for a very long time. Man, rooting for a team that's in the NFC West. I don't want to see no other team succeed.
Okay.
Now we're gonna have a big matchup. 2 NFC West teams. I could care less. Go Patriots.
My thing is I feel like they put a little bit too much pressure on this kid. I think I'm going to take the devil's advocate on this.
Okay.
Because last week, when I simply said that I was rooting for Caleb, and I just felt like there was just a little bit more experience that he needed, it showed. He did some heroic things. That final play that he did where it looked like they was almost dead and he threw that ball back, that's classic stuff that will go down in history. But at the same time, it's not the boring things that you need and the methodical things you need in order to win important games like it was that they lost. One person who didn't have a problem throwing the ball to the other team, CJ Stroud. On this subject, I got to take the hero, okay? Because
good.
on this subject or whatever of the Houston versus New England, I'm going to take the hero because like you have a problem with the LA Rams, I have a problem with the Houston Texans. They're from the AFC South. Of course, they're a team that we have not beat yet. Yes, I'm bitter about that situation. And yes, I'm bitter that CJ Stroud was being drafted and we got Anthony Richardson. But I'm super happy that they did lose. And it seems like, that defense was a little bit leaky, you know what I'm saying, when it came to the playoffs in New England.
Well, I'll tell you, going back to what I was saying was that CJ Stroud been in the league 3 years, man, and he had a hell of a first-year season. And so, but hasn't lived up to the expectations of that. And I tell you this right now, defense win ball games. And the defense really carried CJ Stroud's and the Houston Texans offense into the playoffs. However, I really felt like that Drake May and the offense of the New England Patriots should have beat them by 40. CJ Stroud, they couldn't get the ball downfield. To your point in the intro,
Yeah,
I think CJ Stroud was colorblind during that game.
he was.
The amount of turnovers he had was like, bro, come on. And the amount of passes, I think I could have thrown better passes than CJ Stroud.
See,
I got a gun on me, Marquis. I wish I had a football out here.
Oh, well, you know what? I wish you did too, because I would love to see what that arm looks like.
All right. Oh, my arm?
Yeah.
Oh man, come on, man. We got to take it outside. And you got a little spare tire? We'll hang it up on a tree and see how many times we can get it through the loop.
Okay. I think that'd be a good idea, but if I throw that damn ball, it ain't gonna be nowhere near that tire. Here's what I will say though. Moving on to Denver and Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take the hero spot on this too.
Okay.
I feel sorry for this brother. He is doing everything he can to drag this team along. To be honest with you, this is not just about the coaching. This is about the front office too. You are asking a one-man operation to be doing this multiple years over and over again. If Josh Allen had one damn receiver that he can depend on, just one, he would have a championship by now. Josh Allen would have a championship if he had one receiver that he can depend on. People forget about this. Guess what? Patrick Mahomes, he had Travis Kelce, okay? But nobody says, anything about Josh Allen. Who does Josh Allen have? Josh Allen. Who does Josh throw it to? Josh Allen. Who is Josh running with? Basically, Josh Allen.
I'm a little confused. Was that the devil's advocate or the hero?
That's the hero because
Was that the hero?
it's the hero for me because I'm fighting for Josh. Okay.
Okay.
Fighting for.
I'm gonna come. I got the red on here, so I'm gonna come on the devil's advocate side. And so, you heard my commentary last week. The fact that Buffalo's overrated. I said this last week. I said that Sean McDermott could be on the hot seat. However, without Patrick Mahomes, without Lamar Jackson, that's what you said. This should be Buffalo's year.
It should.
However,
I said that.
I counterattack that by saying that every year is Buffalo's year. Did I think it's fair? Do I think it's fair that they fired Sean McDermott or he took the fall for it? I'm sorry, man. But I don't think he deserved it. Basically, don't think he deserved it. It's tough. The man wins a playoff game, and you let him go because he didn't what?
Well,
You could see they went further than they have been in the past several years.
Yeah, but I mean, they let him go because there needs to be change when nothing happens. Look, but I am the perfect person to tell you that change needs to happen because there's not change on my team.
Look,
And we running it back over and over again. But my thing is with him, it's like when you have this type of caliber player, but you cannot get past a certain moment, then there is a problem that needs to be solved. Even if everybody else doesn't think that way, and even if it seems like it's not, you got to seem like you're doing something because the fans are like, look, we got this star caliber quarterback that can't seem to win a championship. And the clock is ticking. To Buffalo, the organization is not with the coaches. It's the roster, okay?
I agree with you. It's the roster.
You pick the roster to play with this man. He is uplifting so many people. That's the problem. He's not supposed to be doing that. When you have a Super Bowl caliber team, you should have at least a handful of stars on your team. When you went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers, you had like at least 4, 5, 6 players that you could name off that were household names. When Kansas City was winning, you at least had, 4 or 5 names that you can name off or whatever that was household names. But obviously you don't have that with Buffalo, right? Because they just have, guess what? Josh Allen. It shouldn't even be called Buffalo Bills anymore. It should just be called Josh Bills. Josh Allen Bills.
I think if we get the Scooby Snacks out, get Scooby-Doo and the gang out, and reveal who the mass murderer is, you take off Josh Allen, you take off that helmet, I believe it's Lamar Jackson underneath.
Oh, come on.
Their guys are similar. Read your hot route. If it's not there, you take off running. So therefore, he has no choice but to put the team on his back at that point. Because that's the only offense they have.
He's taking off running because nobody is open. I mean, when you're stepping back in the pocket and you're trying to look for somebody to be open and they're not open, the man just can't sit back there and get sacked and hit all day. It's like, man, I got to get the hell out of here. So look, my PSA announcement to all people in Buffalo. Get up the asses of your front office to get Josh Allen some help. Because if you don't, this man will never win a Super Bowl. And I'll say this again, he will never win a Super Bowl, and you don't know when's the next time you're going to have a quarterback of his caliber.